Okay, let's go over the Transportation and Logistics Amazon Delivery Route Challenge project. I think once I go through this guide with you, you will be able to independently find the correct answers to the challenge. So the way that you're going to prove to me that you have been successful in the challenge by creating the correct delivery route is by correctly answering these questions. So you have two tools. You have an address book, which is the Amazon Distribution Center, and then the schools that need supplies delivered. You also have a mileage table. This is much like a multiplication table back from elementary school, where if you want to know the miles, the distance between two addresses or 2 points on the map, you just find the number where the two places intersect. So if you wanted to know how far or how great the distance is between Licking Heights and Amazon, you would drag your finger from Licking Heights and from Amazon, and you'd see that they intersect at the number 7, meaning that it's 7 miles from Licking Heights Middle School to Amazon, or 7 miles from Amazon to Licking Heights Middle School. It does not matter which direction you're going, the distance is the same. That means that from Amazon to Amazon, it's 0 miles because it's the same location. So another example would be from if you wanted to go from Granville to Northridge, 11 miles, or same thing, Granville to Northridge, 11 miles. Okay, does not matter which direction you're going. That's the mileage table. This is just an explanation of what I just showed you on the mileage table. And this is the key to help you make sure you are on the right track. So you would select your mode of travel on Google Maps. You would click Add Destination in order to get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 total slots where you have a start, 5 delivery stops, and an ending. You will want to make sure that they are in the order that takes the least amount of time. So your total time will show up in this area on Google Maps. If you change this order, the time may increase or decrease. So you're looking for the least amount of time. The challenge is to find the fastest route that includes each school in the address book as a delivery stop. You must begin and end at the Amazon Distribution Center. That means that this is the start and the end, and you can use this map as a hint. What I would do to check your work or to figure out each stop is to look at where the stop is and what is the closest city or town. So this stop 1 is near Pataskala. Blacklick's over here. This is the Amazon Center. This would be stop 1. Stop 2 is even more straightforward. It is right at Granville. So when you look at the address book, here you have 2 Pataskala addresses. So you'd have to figure out which one for stop 1 is the correct Pataskala address, because here's stop 5 is also a Pataskala address because it's so close to the Pataskala label on the map. So back to the address book, we know our next clue was near Granville. Here you have a Granville street address. There are no other Granville street addresses. So that tells you that number 2 must be Granville. So as you go through each one, look for the closest city. Look at the cities in the street addresses: Johnstown, Granville, Newark, Pataskala, and then Etna, but you already know that that's your start and your end. Once you drag them in the correct order, you'll be able to see the total time and total miles. What I would do is write down this order once you think you have it figured out. That way you can easily submit your final answers quickly. You don't want to answer on Google Forms and not have it written down somewhere else for any class or any quiz or assignment with Google Forms, because if something were to happen to this web page, it does not save your work until you click the submit button. So that is super important, just a skill in using Google for school. These questions require you to use the mileage table. So that's 1, 2 questions there. The third question is about the start and the end location. And then the rest of these questions are all based on this map with the delivery stops. Okay? What is the estimated total drive time for the fastest route? 40 minutes, 1 hour and 10 minutes, 1 hour and 40 minutes, 2 hour and 10 minutes. When you have your stops in order, you will have that total time here. You need to pick the one that is closest. The estimated closest option here in your Google form. There is a bonus question here. But other than that, that is the whole project. So your whole project, I won't see your Google map, but I'll know that your Google map was correct because you'll get these answers correct. If you get them incorrect, then that means there's something, there's an error on your Google map. Okay? So make sure you email me if you have questions.